Hi guys. So today we're going to see what storytelling is. And storytelling, and obviously there is the part of storytelling for communications, and then there is data storytelling. And so what we're going to see is that part of data storytelling because it's what you're going to be presenting to Snickers when you present your final project. Okay. So basically, storytelling is you're going to tell a story behind your data, your findings of your data, and what you suggest of your data. Okay, so you're going to be seeing obviously with your dashboard that you're going to make, with your information of how you validated your customer segment, how you validated your hypothesis, and how you made your or calculated your demand. You are going to tell it through a dashboard and through storytelling. It's what you're going to present to your client. Okay, so what is storytelling? And storytelling is going to be the way we communicate insight from data. It involves a combination of three elements, which is data, visualization, and narrative. And here's where they come in. So when you have data and you use narrative to explain that data, because that's what you're doing, you're going to explain data through narrative, you are helping create a connection, okay, with your user or your customer or your client. You're going to be creating this connection with them because you're explaining something that is very complex, which is a lot of information, a lot of data. Imagine you have 500, 600, even 100 surveys. You are, through narrative, you are able to explain what your findings are very, very quickly without them having to analyze it. And through data and these visualizations, you enlighten them. You show them what are your findings. So they're not having to look through all this information. They're not having to do their own cross tabulations. They're able, through the visualizations that you're going to be doing, through graphs, through also even pivot tables that you're going to do with, that are connected in your dashboard, you are going to be able to enlighten them in your findings. And it helps you, and this is going to help you. This is part of the visualization of storytelling through your dashboard is going to help you, or it's going also to help them validate your proposal, okay? And through narrative and your visualization, you engage them, you connect to them. You are able to, they're able to understand because they're going to a deeper level, okay? Because you're using a story, narrative to be able to do that. So when we unite visualization plus narrative and data, we make a change. We meant to tell a story with our data, and we are able to influence and lead to change, okay? And the change we're looking for is that they accept our proposal in this particular case. In other particular cases, it can be not only for them to accept our proposal, but also to accept an innovation, or even to accept to close something, to close a line, a product line, okay? So we're using this to be able to have success in our objective. So storytelling, stories are an effective tool to convey the human experience. We connect more when we feel identified with somebody else. So it's going to be a tool that we're going to be able to create that connection, okay? Thanks to stories, we simplify and make sense of a complex world. We inspire change, or data storytelling inspires change. Before we do that, we need to understand our story. We need to understand where the data came from. We need to understand why you decided to make a particular survey, okay, and why you decided to survey a particular group of people. So it helps us understand the whole story, not just the bottom line. It's going to help us understand from the beginning of the project to the very end. So it said no matter how many hours of are behind our analysis, if we cannot explain it to somebody else through narrative or graphics, it's going to be very complex to do that. So we need a story behind it. People want evidence of the analysis behind it. Even though they're not going to analyze every small detail, they're not going to go into your survey and look at what surveyor number 12 answered. They want to be able to know that there is evidence that you validated your hypothesis, that you validated your proposal. So through data storytelling, this is what is going to be able to help us, okay? And tell a short story. It's going to be the result of many hours of your work, of how many hours you're going to put together through your marketing plan, through your dashboard, through everything is going to come down to a short story where you're going to have a presentation. Okay, you're going to be able to expose the concrete ideas, what each stakeholder has, where you got the information, how you validated it, what you found, and why is it important to your cause, or in this case, to your project, okay? So you always start with the data, and the data that you guys have is going to be data that you found out, maybe the information from Minecraft of how many users have been playing Minecraft the last 5 years or less, because it started in 2017, but in the last years, or your survey, that's going to be your data. And then you start with a story, okay? Then you go on to figure out what would your story be to be able to convey this. Then you're going to design your dashboard, okay? Because you need to design it in a way that it's going to flow. So if you're going to tell a story about, for example, a customer that you're going to do your project for, that's going to be for Minecraft, okay? And for Minecraft, you're going to put a small Snickers virtual bar inside of a trunk that they're going to find, okay? So if you're going to do that, you have your data that you've surveyed. People, do they like this idea? Do they feel compelled to be able to play? Do they feel identified? Would you pay for something that would give you an extra advantage? Or what do you expect to get after you found this particular Snicker bar? Okay, then you have a story. So you can start, and usually when you start with this, the user starts with a story. For example, this is John. John is an avid player of Minecraft. He plays around 8 hours a week, and he loves to play with his friends online. He likes also the adventure of being able to play with challenges and to be able to find and seek things. Okay? So when we asked him if he would like something like a treasure hunt to find a virtual Snicker bar, or would you like to purchase a skin, or would you like in Fortnite to be able to purchase a special bundle, or would you like for after you won certain amount of coins for you to get a coupon to be able to go to the Uber apps and purchase not only a Snicker bar but whatever, they'll give you like credit. Or if you are now being able to play Minecraft or Fortnite in a virtual reality or an augmented reality, would you do that? These were our findings. And so you start to, when you have your design of your dashboard, it should tell that story that you use to, you're using John as the basis, as that customer segment. He portrays it, he represents that customer segment. Okay, so you're going to design it, and then you're going to create all of your charts and your tables to be able to obviously validate that part of the story and invalidate your proposal. Okay, so storytelling, it starts with the exposure. What is your objective and your data source? Okay, my objective is for you to get to know our customer segment for Minecraft in being able to build a large Snickers factory in the world of Minecraft. Okay, we use the data source, we use the information of how many users have been playing for Minecraft throughout the last n number of years, and we also used beta survey. We surveyed 150 players of Minecraft, ranging from the ages of 20 to 30, to be able to get this, okay, the information. Increasing action, you generate and introduce This is where you could introduce, when you introduce this conflict, this is where you could say the story about John, or you could start with John, okay? But here's where you say, what is it that you are needing? Snickers wants to penetrate the market of gamers, and we decided that one of the biggest markets was Minecraft, and there's a lot of people, or Call of Duty, or whatever your game is, okay? So what we decided to do, we went to this particular customer segment, okay? So you're introducing a conflict, which is obviously right now it would be Snickers wants to penetrate this market, okay? The climax, key findings, is where you say, in Minecraft, we have so many users, so many are in this particular age group. They like this particular challenge. They like to seek bundles, or they're willing to buy certain types of bundles to have certain tools, or your Call of Duty, certain types of weapons. They're willing to do that, and those would be your key findings. All of these key findings are what you guys started doing, trying to come up with your customer segment, trying to define that customer segment and your hypothesis. And you prove it here in your key findings. This is where you tell, we found that pro gamers of Fortnite do this and this. Or this is where you're going to put all of or you're going to state your hypothesis, obviously with your proof, because you're going to be showing it. Remember, you're going to be showing it with your dashboard. The outcome will be more details and interpretation. And this interpretation is getting all this information from our customer segment, getting to know this, and also being able to find out this hypothesis, and proving these hypotheses. We conclude that casual gamers are the best customer segment for you. They will buy this particular thing, and we want between 20 and 30, but we chose college students because they have more time, or we found that they have more time. We found that they spend more money on this, okay? And the outcome is going to be where you start here to be able to tell your whole, like all of your conclusions, okay? So your results, the resolution, you're going to put in summary all of your key results, the importance of what you've done, and the actions to take. This is the moment where you need to have a conversation with a possible stakeholder of Fortnite or Call of Duty, okay? The ideal is that you start with John, for example, and you start to state, John, he would really like this, or he's a college student. He's a 21-year-old college student. He loves to play in his free time. He likes to play Call of Duty. He enjoys it. He's a casual player, but he spends around maybe 100 pesos every month to be able to play in Call of Duty, to be able to buy certain weapons, or to be able to buy certain bundles, or to be able to buy certain things, okay? He really likes it. He likes the social aspect of being able to get together, even virtually with friends. And so this particular challenge of having let's say that your proposal will be for, is to be able to build something, or to be able to have like a rally in Call of Duty, or I don't know, to be able to find a special weapon, or to be able to finish a certain mission in a fictitious country, okay? So with that, you're going to say, he really likes this. He likes these key things. And these key things that you're telling about, or you're describing about John, are your hypothesis, are where you got to know, where you did all these cross tabulations and you got to know your customer segment, okay? So basically, storytelling is, you have to build through your data a story that will connect them, a story that they were able to visualize somebody playing that. If your customer segment is, for example, um, a house mom playing Candy Crush, okay? It's to be able to tell a little bit of her story, and it can be, you can put a name to her, Allison. Allison is a house mom. She has 2 kids, and she likes, she casual plays when her kids take a nap, okay? So you create a story so they're able to connect. They're able to identify with this Allison or John or with Pepe or whoever you chose to make a story with. Okay, and through this timeline, you are able to expose all of your data, where it came from, how you did it, why you thought it was important, why you're doing it. Obviously, you're trying to prove that the way for Snickers to be able to penetrate a market is through making a partnership or working with a partnership with a certain game or with a certain industry, or to go into esports, or to be able to develop, I don't know, for them to develop their own game or write their own game, or to modify one to have a little bit more technology, such as virtual reality, or some other aspect of your emerging technologies. Doesn't always have to be so technological. Like, it doesn't have to be like there's a chip inside of that you're going to inject inside of your user or player, and you're going to, he's going to be always playing. It doesn't have to be that elevated, but that's where obviously that is your conflict. Your conflict is how are you going to be able to make Snickers part of this market, part of this customer segment, where that customer segment is going to think of Snickers as their go-to snack bar when they're playing, okay? Whether it's, sponsoring the e-games, or hiring an influencer to help you get the brand inside of gaming. That's what your conflict is. And then you have to obviously tell what you found through data. What did you find doing your cost tabulations? What did you find when you decided to prove hypothesis? Did you prove it, or did you approve your null hypothesis, or did you accept your alternative hypothesis, or did you have to reject it? Was it just randomly that your surveyors answered certain things, or is there actual probable proof that more women play casually than men? Okay, so this is where you're going to be able to, this is your climax, where you're telling your findings, where you show them your data. And you don't have to show them your 150 surveys. You have to show them through your dashboard, okay? And maybe I could give you this so that you can put it. And then obviously you're going to give more details about where this fits into your project. Why is it important and relevant to your project or to your idea? And how does all this tie up so that you have enough proof that for Snickers, your proposal is the best one, okay? And it's the best one out of every student in this particular class, okay? So that is storytelling. Obviously, try to, the very beginning, to be able to connect with your user, okay?